Hello Ghosties, my name is Aubrie Rose, welcome back to my channel. So today, I think I did a video kind of like this already where it was the research method that I was using to research the cereal, but I didn't end up doing a whole lot of stuff, but there has been much more research after I wrote the first draft of the episode and talked with my critique partner about it. So I am going to kind of walk you through what I've been doing to research since then, and there's been a lot of fun and crazy things, so I'm really excited for this video. Let's get into it. First things first, in my story, in episode 1, my main character is a medium. She has her clients, and then she has a different room where she goes to do things, but the client can't really know that she's there. So we were trying to come up with things that she could do to either distract her client or to like make it so her client didn't know that she was missing. So my critique partner's idea was basically to have an automaton of her just moving around, but I also wasn't sure like how she would be able to swap the automaton with her actual body, so I kind of resorted to hypnotism. And so I did some research on hypnotism. I read an article or two before I went to YouTube. I found a YouTube video, I found multiple, where you could basically hypnotize yourself, or like the YouTube video would hypnotize you. So my hypnotism experience, basically I went into it after reading the article. I learned that basically what was it? I think the only thing I remember from the article was that there was a sort of pre-talk, like to prep the person for hypnotism. So then when I went to the YouTube videos, I made sure that I paid attention to the pre-talk because I knew that that was going to like help me focus. And in the pre-talk, he was talking about how if you don't think that hypnotism is going to work and you're like, I can't be hypnotized, this isn't real, this isn't going to work, then it's going to be accurate for you. But if you go in with like an open mind and you're like, yes, I'm going to get hypnotized, this is going to work, you're going to get hypnotized. So basically it really is a mindset, and you are very much in control of it. That said, afterwards, I felt so weird and not myself at all. It was kind of scary because it was almost just like an out-of-body experience almost, where I just felt just kind of strange, but it was also really fun to do in the moment because it was very relaxed. Yeah, it was really fun, and if you guys are interested in hypnotism and hypnotizing yourself, I will link the videos that I used, and what was it? I thought they were very fun and entertaining, and most of it worked for me, and it was, yeah, it was fun, it was cool. So yeah, I do want to talk about a few specific parts of it, but yeah, so for one of them, like what was it, the closing your eyes and not being able to open them again is something that I can kind of just do by myself now, but there was one where it was like you're supposed to have your hands like this and you're supposed to squeeze your hands together and not be able to pull them apart, and that one didn't really work for me as well, but I think that's because I told myself that I can pull my hands apart. So if I would have been more intentional about like listening to the prompts and like thinking that I couldn't pull my hands apart, I think it might have worked a little bit better. So that was in the first video, and then in the second video, what was it? One of the things was like, your body is really heavy, it's like a rock, you can't move it, and that was fine, I can do that one. But then it was like, your left arm is light and now it's floating. that one was so hard for me because I still felt so heavy. I'm like, my arm is not moving. So I kind of jerked it up a little bit. I forced it to move up a little bit, and then it floated up the rest of the way. It was so cool and it was so funny, and I was just like so glad that everyone else was in bed and that they wouldn't walk in on me just doing this. I imagined that a couple times, or like once or twice, and then I totally broke my focus and I was trying not to laugh. Like, I'm just sitting, I'm laying on my bed with my hand in the air. It's ridiculous, but I had a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to research, so I will incorporate it into my book most likely, but or into the episodes, but I will just have to see if I want to kind of fictionalize it a little bit more, make it not completely realistic to hypnotism, or maybe just try to trick the person that they're hypnotizing to believe the stuff but not realize that they're getting hypnotized. So I don't know how it's going to work. That's why I still have to write it, but yeah, I'm excited. So I did some research on hypnotism, and that was probably the most fun thing to research. I've also been listening to the Scared to Death podcast. It's not clean and it's very creepy. So it's not good, clean, fun. It's good and it's fun. It's not clean. But if you guys are interested in some more supernatural or creepy stories that's a little bit more of the vibe that I'm going for, definitely my vibe's going to be more clean and more fictionalized. That could be something fun to listen to, but that has been, I've really enjoyed listening to the podcast episodes. I've not finished them because, so I'm definitely a creeper, I'm a creep, sorry, not a creeper, I'm a creep, and I am not typically bothered by horror stories or things. Like, they don't really bother me. They don't really creep me out. Sometimes I'm a little jumpy, but I'm never really like losing sleep over a horror story. That's not common for me. That's not really a thing that happens. There was one episode, y'all, it got me and I was terrified. And yeah, so anyway, I've kind of been doing that to research some stories. I've been continuing to listen to podcasts and things. That one's been a favorite because it's more of kind of what I want to do with this serial. So yeah, I've been listening to creepy stories, and that's kind of helped me get in the mood and the mindset to work on this project. So that has been fun. Definitely been a time waster, but definitely been fun. I also researched cabin architecture. I found a blueprint, sort of, not, it wasn't blue, it was just like, but yeah, a blueprint or an outline of sort of the rooms of a 2-bedroom cabin. And so basically I'm trying to use that as my main character's house, one of the main settings for the first episode, the main setting for the first episode, and for probably a couple of other episodes. And so I was trying to use this cabin and figure out kind of how I wanted the layout, how I wanted it to kind of be designed and decorated. And so then in the designs and how I wanted it to be set up, I came up with a little bit more information. So when she has her clients over and they're trying to talk to their dead relatives or whatever, I was kind of doing some research about how to do that. And so you can set up altars. Normally there's like a table to set up an altar. I was trying to see if there was any specific wood that people would use for an altar, or if there was any specific wood that was supposed to symbolize or be good for like supernatural connections. Couldn't find anything. So yeah, but it might be interesting if I actually try to use like there's a witch elm story, and I don't know if the elm is called a witch elm, but maybe it could be elm wood or something like that. I could use that to kind of tie into that. That could be cool. I just thought of that right now. But anyway, there are some things that you're supposed to bring to like either call the ghost or encourage the ghost to do things. I can't remember exactly what it was, but like the client could, I think it's more to focus the energy. So like photos of the loved ones and trinkets. This is for a fictionalized story. Like, I'm not actually trying to conjure dead relatives. I'm not going to put that much research into it because I don't want to, there's too many bad stories. I'm not going to test my luck. Candles as well. There's supposed to be like a certain thing, I don't remember exactly why, but they were supposed to have like some flowers and food and drink like for the ghosts, which is weird because they can't eat or drink anything. I don't remember what the like the symbolism or the purpose. I could probably try to find the article, but I can't remember exactly what I was doing. But then you can also have like incense, crystals, tarot cards. I can't remember if that was for like the seances specifically, or if that was for something else that I just kind of wanted to have included. I think that was for the seance. I don't know what tarot cards would do for the seance. Obviously, I didn't do very good research. It was just kind of like, it's symbolism, and it's fine because the main character doesn't really know what she's... Anyway, I feel like I'm spoiling too much. Yes, so then there was another thing that, like, you could have toys or candies. I can't remember if it was toys, but you could have, like, candies, leave out candies for the ghosts so that they could take things but not be mad at you. I don't remember why. Obviously, I don't remember a lot of these things. I just kind of wrote down things that I wanted to include in the scenery, in the world building, if you will. So for seances, I used to think that seances could only be used with Ouija boards. Like, if you used a Ouija board, that was a seance. Like, yes, but it's like all was it all squares or rectangles, but not all rectangles are squares. All Ouija board uses are seances, but not all seances use Ouija boards. Something along those lines. That's probably not accurate, but I don't really know what I'm talking about. So anyway, I can't remember. Did I talk about that? So anyway, if you're doing a seance, you're supposed to listen for symbols, or like anything could be a symbol. So you have to really open your mind to the possibilities. And yeah, she also has, what was that? I think that was mine. Never mind. That wasn't part of research. That was just ideas that I had. So there are, there's a way to set up like a lamp so that it can kind of, like, ghosts can flicker it or turn it on when they're near, when their presence is near. So basically what you're supposed to do with the lamp is you're supposed to unscrew the light until when you touch it, like when you pat on it, it flickers a little bit. So like it's still kind of on, it's still connected, but it's not all the way lit, so that when the ghost is there, they can light up the candle or the lamp the rest of the way. So that was cool and interesting, and definitely something that I'm gonna be using. And then, so you can have like, for the seances still, sorry, I'm going back and forth. I didn't organize my thoughts well. For the seances, you can like write the person's name on a scrap of paper to kind of, I guess, center the energy again. I don't know if that's actually what it does, but anyway. Then something that was really cool. So there are different candles that are good for seances, apparently. So I never really thought about this. But there are different colored candles, and not just like Christmas candles, like, so there's white candles, there's black candles, there's light blue candles. Oh, I don't know if I did that correctly because I just did blue candles when I was searching for the meanings of these. So light blue candles, I don't know, there's probably a difference between light blue and just regular blue or dark blue, so I will look into that. And then there are purple candles. So white candles symbolize protection and purification, peace, enlightenment, and healing. Black candles signify mourning a loved one or friend, which should be a loved one. I don't know, like, I feel like that's relevant. I don't know why. I think I typed this. That was unnecessary. Anyway, so black candles symbolize power, sophistication, formality, or mystery, evil, and fear. I don't know if there's certain types of black candles, if there's like how you can tell the difference between whether they're supposed to symbolize evil and fear or power and sophistication. I don't know. And then purple candles are for spiritual meditations, ceremonies, rituals, magic spells, and can help focus. Blue candles are best for spells, to improve spiritual well-being, stimulate meditation or healing, encourage restfulness, and serenity, promote patience and kindness, achieve inner calmness, manifest peace from sorry, there's more, and I was just like blah blah, etc. It's basically saying the same thing over and over again. So basically, if you're woo-woo, you need a blue candle. You need a blue candle. I want to send a blue candle to Lindsay now. Oh. Okay. So, oh yes, I talked about the lamp already. Something else, I remembered it from a different note that's not important. So, a way for, like, when you're starting a seance, you're supposed to imagine a ball of protective white light to keep out malicious entities, and I think you're supposed to imagine it surrounding you. I tried to do this, not with a seance, just like trying to imagine a white light, and that was very difficult. I like couldn't imagine it. I think I did it in the dark though, so I'm like, there's no light here and I can't imagine it. So anyway, good luck with that. I should probably never do a seance because I can't. My imagination isn't good enough to keep out the malicious entities. And then, so, okay, there's nothing here. So, yeah, there's certain words that you're supposed to say before you start or after that. So then you invite any spirits in the room to let their presence be known. And so also there's, instead of like using the light, like the light tap to, for ghosts to like make their presence known, I guess this is more like for a pendulum or a Ouija board or something. There are copper dowsing rods. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. I think it's dowsing. So or basically, I didn't understand this. I had to read about it. So basically you have two copper rods and they will get closer together or they'll get farther apart. So if they come closer together, that means whatever your yes or no question is, the answer is yes. And if they go farther apart, that means the answer is no to your question, whatever you're asking. The spirits, the entities. Pendulums swing up and down for yes, or a positive outcome, and they swing side to side or counterclockwise for no or negative outcome. So for pendulums, you can ask about outcomes, not just yes or no questions, so that's kind of cool. To cleanse the space or like afterwards, you can use rose water, you can use incense, you can use smoke of purifying herbs like sage, juniper, and cedar. So, okay. So, this was the thing for the candy and whatnot. In cemeteries, I don't know why this came up in my research, but in cemeteries, you're supposed to like set out alcohol, coins, and candy for offerings to ward off ghosts. So I don't know why or what that means. But anyway. And yeah, I think that's everything else for the research. So, oh wait, hold on, maybe. Yeah, I think that was everything else for the research. So anyway, if you were curious about how to have a seance or how to protect yourself from evil entities, now you know, in case you're interested. And yeah, so this was fun. I had the time of my life doing research. It was really cool. I don't really believe in this stuff, but I'm also not, I've heard too many stories to mess with this stuff definitely not gonna do that because there are certain things that I will even, not really gonna go into all the nitty gritty about that. Basically, this was just fun research. And yeah, I had a lot of fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed this long ramble of a research video. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Stay spooky. I will see you in the next one. Bye.